Hey everybody, I'm courtenayhachey, cookbook author. Welcome back to Court of Kitchen. Today I'm making something really fun for spring and summer, I think. I'm making Old Bay ranch shrimp salad sliders. So let's start with talking shrimp. Shrimp comes in obviously different sizes. For shrimp salad, I think it's best to get the smallest ones. It's most economical. Usually they're gonna be, let's just put it this way, cheaper. If you get big 6 to 8 count, means they're 6 to 8 per pound. I'm using 70 to 90 count because as long as they're good quality shrimp, those are the best to use. Now they're frozen section, you have to defrost them and dry them before you can make your shrimp salad. That is the best to use, I think, for shrimp salad. That way you don't even have to cut them up. You get the huge ones that are very large and they're very expensive, you're still gonna have to cut them up, so why buy those? I don't understand that. So for shrimp salad, get those. You can even get the ones that are, I think they call them popcorn. You can even get those. Just make sure they're peeled and deveined. Okay, so I have my shrimp here. I have a very large skillet and hot. All I'm putting on this shrimp is 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Give or take. And here comes the Old Bay. A good teaspoon per pound. Now, if you're making these for a crowd, more than 4 people, you're gonna need 2 pounds of shrimp. That's for sure. These things fly. Now all I'm gonna do is throw these. You don't need salt and pepper because it's in the Old Bay. You have olive seasoning in the Old Bay. So then all I'm gonna do is throw these and you'll hear that this will take about 2 minutes, literally. Because the second they become opaque, they're done. So I'm gonna let these go. While these are going, let's go on with the rest of what we're gonna put in the shrimp salad. So I already cut up 2 scallions. They're right here. I'm gonna cut up this 1 pretty large piece of celery, 1 stalk of celery. I cut it up tiny. I want everything to be in light pieces. I want there to be crunch in there, but I also don't want it to be so huge that it gets in the way of the shrimp. So a small bite. And those are the only vegetables I'm putting in the shrimp salad. Again, the shrimp is star.
Do you have to stir the shrimp, or do you just let them cook?
Oh no, I'm gonna go back. I can hear them. I'm gonna stir them in a minute, but I can see them right now. You want me to stir them? I'll stir them.
No, I was asking because I was...
Yeah, you do have to stir them. You'll see them again when they start to become opaque. That's when they're done. They're not quite there yet. We're not quite 2 minutes in. Again, depending on the size of the shrimp you're using, remember that. Okay, so for the Old Bay ranch. Okay, for the dressing. Now the only difference with the dressing or regular ranch dressing that I typically make, the basic, is I don't put in buttermilk because you want this to be a little thicker than you would with a green salad. So the dressing is, what I have in here is a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, good mayonnaise, Hellmann's is the best, and 1/2 cup of full fat Greek yogurt. You can use sour cream. And then obviously our Old Bay is going in because it's Old Bay ranch, right? So you want a teaspoon of Old Bay. Now Old Bay, if you don't know, is celery salt, black pepper, red pepper, and paprika. That's where the color comes from. So there's a lot of flavors going on in there. But to make it taste like ranch, we have to add granulated garlic. You can laugh at me like I laugh at myself. So about 1/2 teaspoon of granulated garlic. Now I make more dressing as usual than I need. Some people like their salads more dressed, some people like them less. If it's too much dressing, put it in your fridge and you have it anytime you need it for the next week or so. And dill, ranch is not ranch without dill. I'm using dried, a teaspoon. I love it. If you use fresh, if you have fresh, obviously use fresh. Yeah, that was a lot of dill, wasn't it? Okay, and then about a teaspoon or so, even 2, because I love it, of Dijon mustard. and then we just whisk it up. Now you'll see this is a thicker dressing. This is not like, it would be thinner if I was making a ranch dressing for. Okay, our shrimp, speaking of that, I can smell it, I can hear it, they're done. They're curled, when they're curled and they're opaque, they're done. You have to take them off the heat right away. Now, if you have bigger shrimp, put them on a board. Make sure, don't use wood, use plastic. I just lost a shrimp. I'm sorry, Shrimpy, I lost you. These I'm not gonna cut up because they're 70, 90s. To me, these are great. But if you have larger shrimp, you have to cut them in half or into thirds. That's fine. Put them on a board, but you can't put these right in the dressing. We can't do that. It doesn't work. So we have our shrimp. They need to cool for a minute. We have our celery, our scallions, we have our dressing made. So I'm gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how this all comes together on these cute little brioche rolls. Okay, our shrimp has cooled. I mixed it with our dressing. I forgot to add, which was sitting right in front of me, a tablespoon of lemon juice. Add some kind of acid for your ranch dressing. And that's all I added. Put it all together. And for the bread, soft roll. That's all that matters. I'm using brioche. You could use a Kaiser. Just make sure it's soft. So, I mean, it's messy enough the way it is. It's a good messy. But if you use a hard roll, it's gonna get extra messy. So, make this for your family and friends. When I made this for my family and friends, these things were gone in no time. Your family's gonna love them too. So thank you for watching. Your likes, shares, and comments always make me very happy, so keep them coming. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Remember, hit that cute little Moby bell icon over there. And until I see you again very soon, know that I'm always sending hugs. And you really, really, really should have one of these very soon.